Good morning. Welcome to Coffee and Questions with me, Headbanger's Kitchen. It's 8 a.m. in the morning here in Mumbai City, and I've got a cup of coffee with me. I've got it in my lovely cereal eater's coffee mug. And by the way, we do have quite a few Headbanger's Kitchen coffee mug designs as well. In fact, I'm just gonna tag those products now here so that you guys can see them, because why shouldn't you have your coffee in a cool mug as well, right? I'll just look for the mug products while we wait for some people to join us. Meanwhile, let me know what is your favorite food. I would love to know. As always, I'm always curious what you guys are into. Okay, there we go. We've got our two mugs there pinned to the stream. Hello and good morning to everyone joining in. Perfect. All right. So we have a lot of new recipes on the channel. I've started two new series. One is called Will It Meat, where I take popular Indian vegetarian dishes and add meat to them, mainly because everybody in India is protein deficient, surprisingly. 70 to 75% of Indians do eat meat, which is something that most people have no idea about. We are always assumed to be a vegetarian country. So, will it meat is me adding more protein to all the vegetarian dishes. Hey, Jackie, good morning. Um, and then, of course, we have my other series called Meat India. Now, when it comes to Indian cuisine, most people only know butter chicken or they know tandoori chicken, maybe some saag paneer, which is mostly North Indian food. But there are 28 states in India, there are 8 union territories, and there are many communities without a state, like my own, the Sindhis or the Parsis. So, I want to showcase the cuisine from all across the country, and I've been doing two recipes um, per per state of India, and so far we've covered about three states. We're on the fourth one. Hey Janice, nice to see you as well. That's not a dumb question, Suzanne. How do I keep store bought green onions fresh? Even I would like to actually know. Um, but honestly, like, I think just if you buy them and you keep them in the vegetable tray, the lifespan is normally about 7 days, I think, a week easily. Sometimes I will cut up the green onions and put them in an airtight box in the fridge, which also kind of helps a little bit. Or I believe you can put the roots in water and that should help them stay fresh. I'm not 100% certain of that, but I think it should work. Yeah, I do like my green onions though, because I'm always making some version of fried rice. Half of my live streams are called Fried Rice Friday Fried Rice Friday, and I make some kind of fried rice. In fact, just this afternoon, I'm considering doing a live stream and doing a Fried Rice Friday, though it is Thursday right now. It's not Friday, but yeah. It's good to see so many of you here on the live stream. If you can find the like button, do smash that. How do you keep avocado fresh? So generally, once an avocado is ripe, one thing is we do is we don't try and buy too many avocados. We use a brown paper bag normally to try and get them to ripen if they're not ripe. Um, I guess we just generally mash it or make guac and squeeze lime or lemon on it. I do believe if you make guac and you put an onion in it, it's supposed to keep the color, which we did and it did work. But to keep things fresh, just keep them in the fridge. Have I been to America? Unfortunately, not. Though I have lots of friends and family in America, um, all across actually. Well, Days of Phoenix, in case you didn't know, it takes us Indians a visa to come to America. And to get that visa, you have to pretty much upturn your entire life to apply for the visa. They will ask you for your bank statements for 6 months, they will ask you for your marriage certificate, they will ask you for income tax returns. There is a whole bunch of documents that, not just for America, for UK, for Europe, Indians have to upturn their entire life to show that we are worthy of coming to America, that we will not stay back and we will return to our homeland. And that aside, now there is a wait time. The wait time I last checked was 1 year to get an appointment to apply for the visa. Not to get the visa, to apply. Any good okra Indian recipes? Yes, I've got a bhindi masala on my channel which is delicious and I hope you'll try that. Yes, I'd love to do a serial eaters meetup in America. In fact, let me check. US visa wait times India. I'm actually checking. लेकिन हमको हर मन सिखाया नहीं. I don't know what that means. Holy smokes. Wow. Uh, yeah, you know what the wait time is? It is 368 calendar days. Holy smokes. And if you're a student or an exchange visitor, it's 543 days. Wow. Thank you, Crystal. I'm glad that you're enjoying the channel. Thank you so much. Yes, guys, I was the keto guy for a while, and well, that didn't really, um, pan out the way I expected it to. But here we are today with a different direction and a different sort of thing to go forward with. Oh, which means because we are Indians, we don't give up. Okay, my Hindi is terrible. Sorry. Thank you, Strong, Fit, and Fab 50. I really do appreciate it, and I'm very thankful for everyone who bought my book. Hopefully, those recipes have served you well, whether you are keto or not. Where would you want to visit first if you did come to America? Well, I mean, I would probably, in most likelihood, go to New York because that's where most of the people I know are. But I would love to go to Austin, Texas to have Franklin barbecue. The Texas barbecue scene is something I would love to check out. And I would love to obviously the New York food scene, go to Chicago and eat a deep dish pizza, maybe go to Chicago, you know. So yeah, Philly cheesesteak sandwich, lots of different foods to try out. Yep, that's me as well. I'm not keto anymore. I just try and focus on protein as the main macro, try and lift some weights, build some muscle. Thank you, Susanna, for the offer. Futon is absolutely fine to lay my head. I'll probably need a few chairs to take to Franklin Barbecue. I believe people queue up there from like 5 in the morning and stuff. It's quite something. I've watched all the videos of the barbecue places and the fancy restaurants in New York and Texas, and like just generally been very sort of seen a lot of the American food scene through YouTube and TV shows, but never had the chance to experience it. In California. Hi, Miso. He's just stalling. Just take him away. He needs to wash his paws. The dog is there. Does your area have a newspaper, food critic, or a blog? I mean, we have a regular, like a whole bunch of newspapers, and there are food articles in it, but I don't know if we really have like a food critic culture, so to speak, in the newspaper. Thank you. Thank you, Ria. Days of the Phoenix. No, so the thing is, newspapers in India don't pay anything. There's no money in newspapers, and they'd pay me like 2 Indian rupees for a word. If I wrote a 500 word article, I'd probably get 1,000 Indian rupees, which is like $12. Well, little more, $15 for an article. So yeah, print media is completely dead here. Um, I'm better off making YouTube videos like I am right now. Hello, Anna. Glad you enjoyed that curry. Really glad to hear that. Uh, there are lots more curry recipes on the channel. Do check them out whenever you have time, and do enjoy all the videos that I post. Coffee and Questions. That's an interesting name now. This could be a new thing. I miss Pizza Wars. Well, the grand finale is coming up soon, so don't miss that. That'll be the sort of last of, at least for this year. Who knows? If I get a sponsor, maybe I'll do another season of Pizza Wars. Maybe I can take it to another city. You never know. Yes, I noticed you all had a great fun section in the comments. It was really cool to see it every day, and I'm so glad that you guys watched those videos and enjoyed the Pizza Wars series. It sort of makes everything that I do worthwhile to see that people enjoy the content. So yeah, got lots more things up my sleeve, and they will be all shared with you shortly. Need more paneer recipes. Well, so here's the thing, Crystal. Even though I may not make a lot of paneer recipes, I do have a whole bunch of them on the channel already. And the best part is, all my chicken recipes, all of them, all the new curries that I am making as well, you can make them with paneer. So knock yourself out, get as much paneer as you can, take any recipe of mine that you like. So for example, I recently did a chicken ghee roast. Now that recipe, for example, is quite simple. You make a chili paste with the chilies, and then you fry that paste in a dry pan. Then you add ghee and you fry that paste even more, and then you put the chicken and then you fry that even more. Same recipe with paneer or mushrooms, or paneer and mushrooms. You can do that. Follow all the instructions. Just instead of where the chicken goes in, you add the mushrooms and you cook. And then right at the end, when it's almost ready, you throw in the paneer and give it a good mix, and it's done. And you have paneer and mushroom ghee roast. So I'm sure very easily you can adapt most of my recipes with paneer. So yeah, have fun. Ghee is basically like clarified butter. It is where butter is basically boiled and the milk solids are strained out, and you have just the pure fat in the butter. Like, I mean, it is pure fat, but it's like it's just clarified so that when you heat it, you can heat it to higher temperatures without the milk solids burning. So it's a really good cooking fat. Can you do a burger wars by visiting these establishments and eating there? I could, but it would be a little difficult. We already did burger wars at home in a different format. So I will do other wars. I will do a ramen wars. I will do a Turkish eggs war. I'll do many, many kinds of wars. How did I get into cooking? Well, I was a young food lover, but I was also a very fussy eater. So I always wanted food to be cooked a certain way, and I guess I'm one of those people that I can't trust others to do it for me, so I will do it myself. So I started cooking when I was very young, actually. I think at some point my mother just said, like, you have to eat what's there in the house, or you have to eat what everyone is eating. And I said, no, I'll make it myself. And I just did, I guess. And my grandfather used to cook as well, and I guess I took some inspiration from him, because he was a really good cook, and he would make these amazing pork chops. And he was also a hunter at one point. He used to hunt and cook that. I mean, I missed all that. That was in my when I was really, really young, or maybe even before I was born. So I don't actually know. I didn't really get to see that stuff. But he had these two shotguns, hunting rifles, and I remember those very clearly. But I think by that time hunting had sort of been made illegal, and I mean there was no more hunting happening around that at that point. But I know he's cooked rabbit, and he's cooked, like, I've heard all the stories. But yeah, like pork chops and things like that. Yeah, I think in India you could only hunt like rabbit and wild boar, and I don't know if deer, maybe deer also, I think, at one point. Of course, at some point, all of it was outlawed, and it was, because in India, a lot of things we don't know where to stop sometimes. So then everything becomes an endangered species, and you just have to stop doing these things. Also, you know, very happy that there are very strict gun laws in India. So yeah, once the hunting stuff stopped, he had to give back the rifles or whatever, and yeah. Thank you so much for the kind words. Dessert was. Oh my god, I'm just totally off desserts, because they're like a whole meal on their own. I ordered Indian the other day, and it was so hot I couldn't eat it, and I love spicy. I don't know what was in it. So, Suzanne, there are many different kinds of chilies, and I don't know, in America, all the Indian food is not exactly like the Indian food here. So, there's a good chance they've overspiced it for whatever reason. But there are different kinds of chilies in Indian cooking, and also garam masala. So, depending on how much is used, it could be made way too spicy. Good night, Texas Gina. Yeah, so the other reason I don't want to do dessert was is because I'm on a weight loss journey. So I have this little calendar, and I log my weight. So I log my weight, and whether I go to the gym or I go for a walk, and I am down 3 3.3 kilos since January. So that is 3.3 kilos is about, I want to say 6 pounds, 3.3 kgs, 2 pounds. Yeah, so I'm down 7 pounds approximately, which is great. And I've been eating restaurant food, I've been eating desserts, I've been eating a whole bunch of food that's bad for you. And I just eat in moderation. Yes, we've had many pizza places reach out to us. One of them said, "Oh, come over and we will, we just maybe had a bad day. Let us send you some more pizzas." And some places were like, Yeah, fair enough. We agree with most of your review. Some places didn't care. It's all different, but yeah, it a few of them did reach out. Some of them said thanks for the feedback. We'll work on whatever you have suggested. Do I still dabble in keto? No, not at all. Keto is over and done with, which is why I think I'm losing a lot of subscribers who are now starting to see my content again, and then they're realizing that I'm not keto, so they're unsubscribing from the channel, which is actually great. But uh, you have to kind of rebuild now from scratch. Yeah, I mean, look, for me personally, keto was not sustainable long term. I've said it before. Also, now more and more people are talking about the negative aspects of keto, not from like anything other than anecdotal evidence. So, like, somebody I know had kidney stone problems because of keto. Somebody else, their period stopped when they were on keto. Somebody else had another issue. I mean, I had no issues while doing keto, but like with any diet, if you're not doing it correctly, if you're not really monitoring what you do, you can always have an issue. Like so many vegans who had so many deficiencies because of the diet, they were just eating fried foods and like or only fruits or something. Like there are all bunch of these different things. If you don't do something properly, if you don't have a well balanced all round diet, it always does work out not so good. My coffee just has a little bit of stevia. Thank you, Crystal. I really do appreciate it. Yeah, that's the truth. Like all my recipes, most of them, unless there is a component that is, I mean, I think most of my recipes, yeah, you can make them carb free. It's not very difficult. Yeah, but so here's my thing with the quick weight loss. If you, I mean, it's very motivating to lose weight quickly, but the real challenge is keeping that weight off. I can't tell you the number of people that message saying I lost so much weight on keto, but the moment I stopped, I went back to normal eating and then I was back up to my original weight. And I was like, yeah, it you have to eat in a calorie deficit to lose weight, and you have to still measure your food, count your calories to maintain your weight. Like there is a and it actually takes your body about 3 years to sort of like you need to be at your goal weight for 3 years for your body to sort of set that as the baseline for your weight. So it's definitely like that's the thing. You can't just do a diet, lose weight, and then forget about it and okay, it's done. Like the fitness thing is for life, pretty much. Yes, so intermittent fasting is a great way to calorie restrict because if you were, say, eating 500 calories for breakfast, 500 for lunch, and 500 for dinner, that's 1500 calories in a day. Now, if you cut off the 500 calories at breakfast, that's just 1000 calories in a day. So, even if you have a 200 calorie snack in the middle, you're still only 1200 calories and you're 300 calories in a deficit. So, there is intermittent fasting is the perfect way to actually maintain or lose weight because it keeps you from eating too much food even with cheat days, because cheat days are just that, cheat days. So for example, today I have to go for a restaurant tasting, um, and that means I'm gonna have to taste about 7 or 8 dishes. I might even have to drink a cocktail, not the whole thing, but I'll drink a few sips or at least half of it. Um, and that's going to be a fairly high calorie meal, easily 1000 calories, even with just one bite from every dish. I'm looking at 1000 calories, give or take. Now, I'm going to skip breakfast today. I'm just going to have one orange for breakfast. And that is going to basically be my breakfast. 50 calories of an orange. I'll have a regular lunch, 2, 300, 400 calories. No snack in the evening. Straight to the tasting. 1,000 calories at the tasting, plus say if I ate 500 calories for lunch, 1,500 calories and 50 calories for my orange in the morning, 1,550 calories in the day. I will still be in a deficit and I'll wake up tomorrow morning having lost some weight. So I kind of, you know, keep an eye on how much I'm eating. I find that is very important. Like every day when I eat lunch, I weigh out my food. And I know 100 grams of rice, 100 grams of vegetables, and 100 grams of protein, like meat of any kind. And it works. How does my family feel about my YouTube success? Do they throw ideas at you or want to make their own? I love seeing their cameos. No, my entire family is very non intrusive. I mean, it's not that they've never given me suggestions, but most of it is just in casual conversation, not with any serious intent. My dad just loves the camera. Like, I can call up my dad, and if he's not at a shoot doing a role or something, he will be here to taste the food. He loves to eat and he loves the camera. So yeah, he's always there. Dipti also loves to eat the food. She doesn't like being on camera as much, but she will always oblige when I need someone to come and taste. So I have her as well. My mom is absolutely not camera friendly. She hates the camera. So she's been only on 2 episodes so far, I think. And I don't force her because, obviously, but she does love when I make things like salmon and, different kinds of food that she enjoys eating, like a nice chicken in a white sauce or something, or pasta. So yeah, absolutely. Even I stopped doing anything extreme. In fact, just last night I had an ice cream sandwich, but I ate only half an ice cream sandwich, which was only 100 calories, which was fabulous. Yeah, my dad is an extremely popular person. I was always the guy with the cool dad in school. I will try to convince my mom, but I can't make any promises. So yeah. Though here's the interesting thing, my mom was actually a model before she got married. Like she did a lot of modeling, not like a professional model, but she did a lot of campaigns when she was in her teenage years and stuff. Uh, so it's not like she's never been in front of the camera, but unfortunately, like she lost her hearing in the late 90s, um, around I think 95 or something. So she she lost hearing in 1 year completely and about 50% in the other ear, so she wears a hearing aid. But unfortunately, it's a strange kind of hearing loss for her, because for her now, whatever she can hear with the hearing aid, also the music is all out of tune for whatever reason. Like all music to her sounds garbled and out of tune, like she can't hear the tunes. So because of that, I think she's become more reserved, and she's not like, even for her to go out with a lot of people, she's always stressed about it, because she's like, "Ah, what if I can't hear them?" So I think even on camera, that sort of plays on her mind, which is why she's not comfortable being on the camera and stuff. But she has been very nice and showed up once or twice. So I don't pressure her, because I mean, it's just, yeah. Super Lumba. Absolutely agree with you. But of course, for those who have got medical issues and they can't, they have to watch what they eat, kudos to them and more power. Hey Anup, good morning. Though here's the interesting thing, I am neither a beer drinker nor a wine drinker. For some reason, I never really enjoyed the taste of beer or alcohol in general. Whatever alcohol I used to drink as a younger person. I looked mostly for like sweet drinks. Even now, I will only drink cocktails and I will always look for the sweetest cocktail. But yeah, I had a phase in the middle where I would drink a lot of cider, but mostly like berry cider and kiwi cider and like those kind of things, toffee cider and stuff like that. Definitely will do Days of Phoenix. Will do. Well, I can definitely say this has been a fun little morning session. I've been here for 30 minutes. My coffee is down to the last two sips. I have sugar, I have alcohol in moderation. I'm okay. Life is too short. I'd like to live a little bit. Um, but that's just me. All right, let's get those final questions in. Maybe I can do these morning live streams more often. Coffee and questions. Let me know what you think about the idea. My brother is currently busy painting. He is painting and selling art. And of course, he's always available for script writing, movie directing, and other stuff. But right now, he's quite busy doing these paintings and selling them. I should get him on one of the shows recently. Anup, I would honestly not recommend starting keto again unless you plan to do it for life. My suggestion is instead make small, sustainable lifestyle changes that you can actually adhere to. So maybe start walking for 10 to 15 minutes every day inside your house. After a week, make it 20 minutes. After 3 weeks, make it half an hour. Start building these good healthy habits. Maybe instead of 4 chapatis for lunch, eat 2 chapatis. Maybe instead of eating more rice and less curry, eat more chicken and less rice. Make small changes so that it's not a big shock. It's not some big, oh my god, I got to change my whole life and I have to like double down and be extreme. No, do it sustainably. When did I start learning guitar? 1998 is when I started learning guitar. It's been a very long time. I haven't played guitar in a year actually, to be very honest. You should make a death metal song for your video. And I won't get a lot of viewership if I do that. Because yeah, right now Headbangers Kitchen is paying my bills, so I need to make sure that I can get as many people to watch the videos as possible. So, I mean, I will always have the headbanging music in the thing, but obviously, I don't want it to be like too upfront that it gets people to leave the videos. Thank you, Meditation Excel. I'm glad you enjoy the recipes. By the way, guys, there are lots of new recipes on the channel. Make sure you check them out. Lots of amazing curries and things like that. Super Lumba, I'll have to plan a separate stream where I do that. Like I said, I haven't picked up the guitar in a year. So I will need to pick it up first and practice a little bit before I can play something. So yeah. By the way, is there a place you meet your fans like at a music convention or something? So I meet all my music fans who live in this city at local gigs. I have a food club where we go out for meals. So I meet my fans of my food blogging on that. I invite fans of Headbangers Kitchen to come to my house and try recipes. So I meet like that. And of course, whenever I travel, yeah, I try and host like a meetup. So I've done 4 meetups in the UK when I used to travel to play with my band. So we did a meetup in London, in Brighton, and it's been really a lot of fun. And I'm always up to meeting fans at any city that I'm traveling to. So yeah, I'll always keep you guys posted, and we'll meet whenever possible. Yes, Canada, why not? Get me some poutine. California as well, why not? Thank you all so much for the kind words, and thank you for being on this live stream. I'm going to go now because today is a working day, but you've been lovely. I'll try and do more of these. This is a nice time to kind of do a live for me, at least. I can have my coffee and chat with you guys. Anyway, take care, and there will be a new video in about 8 hours from now. Just remember that. Thank you, Becca Poo. I don't think I created it, but I know I did whatever I could to to play metal and to sort of do what other people weren't doing. So yeah, thank you. All of you have a great day and speak to you all soon. Bye bye.